Now, with super tankers busily ferrying millions of tons of oil and chemicals across the world's oceans, accidents could prove catastrophic for the marine environment. And so, in the event of an oil spill at sea, how is it cleaned up? And how can a spill be effectively controlled? Let's take a look at how the Indian Coast Guard carries out the pollution control at sea. Now, India is the world's third largest importer of crude oil and the sixth largest importer of chemicals. And with all these resources being ferried in via massive tanker ships, oil spill risks are omnipresent. And these heartbreaking images of marine life battling for survival are the result of oil and chemical spills in the ocean. Ocean currents and winds carry oil spills far and wide, leaving a trail of devastated marine life, environment and also industries like fisheries, tourism. Now, like any accident, in the event of an oil spill, the immediate response is very critical, and for this, the Indian Coast Guard has specialized pollution response teams that work closely with the Indian Air Force and various government agencies and private entities, including ports, oil refineries, and as part of its practice drills aimed at responding swiftly to oil spills at sea. Now, the Indian Coast Guard conducts an annual exercise, NatPolRex.
I want to tell you that Government of India is giving due impetus to the Coast Guard on expansion. And I can assure you that our expansion plan is going on the right trajectory. The funds are being provided by the Government of India, Ministry of Defence, as and when requested by the Coast Guard. And we are shortly going to sign. We have already signed one training ship contract with Mesgon Dock. We are signing another 6 offshore patrol vessels, which will be about 115 meters long with a helicopter carrying, and 14 fast patrol vessels. So all these contracts will be signed within next 2 months. And as far as pollution response vessels are concerned, we have existing 3 of them. Another 2 more are under construction at Goa shipyard. So we are looking at a figure of 7 pollution response vessels, considering that India is a part of the SASAP and we have obligatory to provide support under SASAP to our immediate neighborhoods.
Now, as part of the exercise, Indian Coast Guard simulated oil tanker ship fires off the Gulf of Kutch, and in a sequential manner, Coast Guard-led vessels carry out firefighting and rescue of the personnel. And then the Coast Guard aircraft and Air Force airdrop life rafts. Simultaneously, the pollution response ships initiate measures to clean up the spill.
We know that oil is lighter and floats on top of water. So when there's an oil spill, the first objective is to use a boom, which is more like a barrier-like device. You use that tube-like flotation device. You can see it in the background. It's either an orange-colored one or a black-colored one. So wherever there is an oil spill, you create a perimeter around it using a boom, and that essentially ensures that the oil is contained within that, and then there can be further operations to suck the oil out. That's the purpose behind deploying these special booms. Not all ships have these, but then these are devices that are particularly used for oil spill response at sea.
Now, the 32 delegates from 28 nations and 3 international organizations witnessed these exercises, and the Indian Coast Guard safeguards an exclusive economic zone of over 1 million square kilometers, and it also coordinates search and rescue in a zone spanning 4.5 million square kilometers.
There are about 160 surface vessels of varying sizes in the Indian Coast Guard, but 3 of them are very special. They're known as pollution control vessels. These are purpose-built to control pollution, oil spills, chemical spills at sea. You're looking at one of them. 2 of these are being built right now, so India eventually will have 5 of these vessels. They have the most sophisticated equipment and sensors, particularly to counter pollution at sea. We also have to remember that all Coast Guard ships at some level or the other are equipped in many ways to do firefighting, search and rescue and pollution response.